are watching and listening to Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media on all of our channels and networks. I'm sitting here in Southern California, in the heartbeat of the San Gabriel Valley. That gentleman out there is.
I'm in the heart of Southern California. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you're right. That's true. I'm in the armpit of the San Gabriel Valley. We all know that.
Don't say that. I'm Alex Perez, also in Southern California. We're just a few miles apart, and
Yeah,
we're back.
As the crow flies. Alex, this is the coolest thing.
We're
have
back.
If you're been watching us, you know that we just dissected and tasted Dos Volcanes Agave Spirit. This is well, the Blanco is a gem. Okay.
This is what we had. Nice.
Yeah, we fell all over ourselves. There's so much information that we acquired. Everything you need to know is on the back of this label. This is a 375, by the way. It comes in a 3-pack, and I think we showed you what the 3-pack looks like. If you're out shopping, look for the 3-pack. Okay, I'm telling you, it's a steal. I think we found a price point of about $99.99, which you can't beat it. When you taste the quality of the Blanco, we're dying to taste this Reposado. So off camera, I broke my seal because I struggled with it before on the Blanco. You know what? I'm going to use a Stossel Jarrito, but I'm going to use the one that we generally use for mezcal. It's got a wider mouth. And there's a reason for that. Because this is coming in at 41 ABV. And oh wow, that smells beautiful.
Oh, look at that beautiful color.
What do we know about the aging process for this one here?
Look at that.
Look at that. That's a deep gold.
Yeah, so they are being so this is a 2014 harvest, single crop harvest. The Reposado, it is aged in Limousin oak wine barrels. And it is aged for, let's see, 10 months. It's aged for 10 months, and this is also a 41% ABV.
Now remember, folks, this is an agave spirit. If you're not familiar with Dos Volcanes, what this does, this is grown and harvested 3 miles outside the appellation of origin of tequila in what is generally considered the cradle of tequila and mezcal, okay, in the Colima area. And everything you need to know is on the back of that label. Wow, Alex, beautiful legs and tears on this thing. Wow.
That's a beauty. It's a beauty. Look at it.
That's a beautiful color. It's very attractive.
Yeah, it is. It's like a gold.
Yeah. And it's shiny. Gold. It's just really pretty to look at.
Beautiful nose on that too.
Wow. Nice legs and tears, pretty color. Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh.
I'm gonna disappear for a second. I gotta plug this computer in. Hold on.
Oh. Actually, Alex is
going back.
Actually, Alex went downstairs to his wine cellar. Okay, that's when he says that he's gonna disappear to plug in my computer. He's not doing that. He's going downstairs to the wine cellar because he sits on his wine cellar. So
I was downstairs getting some more stash. It's under lock and key.
This is literally sipping off the cuff, folks. This is we don't plan any of this stuff. We're always at the mercy of the internet and our computer. That's how it works. Wow, Alex, what a nose on this thing. I'm getting wine grapes. I'm getting like a wine, again, this Craig Reynolds is the person who's who's the importer and the brains behind this operation. He's the initiator of this Dos Volcanes brand, and he's actually worked for 30 years in California politics, but in the Sacramento Valley area, and I think that's why he went with wine barrels, because they're easily accessible in that growing region for him. And wow, the grape notes, the fruit notes on this thing are amazing.
Vanilla. I'm getting vanilla, some baking spices.
I'm getting like I'm getting
Thinking
like
about. I think it's like dried fruit.
yeah, dried fruit, but not the dried fruit like dates and cherries and prunes. It's more like wine grapes, like grappa, like a. I know the Blanco had a lot of anise in there, and this is like, but it's
And
converted.
yeah, it's a beautiful nose, and it's heavy. It's a heavy nose. It's substantial.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
we say I like to say perfumey. Like a perfume. There's a difference between perfume and cologne, I think. But this is
Yeah.
this is this is more. Uh, I even
It's
want
like
to
an
say
onion.
like an oil,
Right. Right.
more
It's
like a
very
oil. Wow,
wow.
this
It's espresso, very
yeah,
thick.
thick. It's thick,
It's thick and rich and
thick and rich.
not chocolatey, but
No,
agave.
yeah, I'm not getting cocoa or any
Oh,
of that
no.
that you get in French oak barrels. But the wine. The last time I had something similar was a brand. I think you and I did it. We might have done it together called Ayate, which comes from the owners of that brand are from Napa, and they rest theirs in wine barrels as well. But that was a little bit different.
Very nice.
Wow.
Okay, I'm going for it.
Let's do it. Let's just dive in.
Mm.
Mm, mm, mm.
Wow.
Wow.
That is beautiful.
Again, it lets you know what it is right at the entry. There's no crescendo. It's right there, boys. Wow. And it's not like it grabs you by the collar, like a high proof sometimes. This is more like it lets you know who it is right off the bat.
It's really fresh.
Well, there's
Fresh on the entry.
it didn't lose any of the characteristics in the Blanco.
Oh, it's really nice and bright, but with the complexity of a reposado with the wood and the
Yeah,
notes. It's almost like a real bright vanilla.
but it takes it some other direction though. As opposed to those that are rested in a whiskey barrel, the wine barrel takes this flavor profile in a whole other direction as a reposado.
That's beautiful.
Mm.
You still get the agave notes coming through.
Wow. There's an explosion of pepper that does not quit. Wow. And then the finish.
Peppercorn.
Yeah, the finish. The pepper continues on the back of your palate and even down into the finish.
Right.
If that's even possible.
It's a long finish.
Alex, this reacts like a high proof. And well, this is only 41 ABV. I'd hesitate to try this at a higher proof. At still strength would probably just hammer you.
You mean without cutting it?
Yeah, like a still strength Blanco. But there's a reason why there's a lot of character in this tequila. All right. So we're going to give you the ins and outs. It's not a tequila. I'm sorry. It's an agave spirit. Because technically speaking, it's not a tequila.
It's not a tequila.
I got some notes off camera.
This is beautiful.
This is a everything you need to know about this beverage is on the back of the label. It's complete transparency. It tells you the elevation. It tells you where it was grown. It tells you the vintage of the crop.
How old the crop was.
Yeah.
8 years.
How old the crop was. Okay. What the bricks count of this crop was. Okay. You get the general information about brands that they have to be raised. The The agave takes 7 to 8 years to grow, and it's generally 24 bricks. This is no, they're not lying to you. This is exactly what you should be getting in those other tequilas, but you're
Right.
getting it here. 27 and a half bricks, boys and girls. That's, I'm telling you, 27 and a half bricks. There have been claims of 30 to 32 bricks in some eras. 27 and a half is close enough, man. That's gonna, wow. Steamed in brick oven, 72 hours. Fermentation is in stainless steel tanks, okay? Um, twice through an alembic still, so it's an alambique, so there's got to be copper in it somewhere. Limousine oak wine barrels. Wow. Um, this is an 8-year-old Blue Weber agave, folks. It's Tequila Weber Azul. Okay, so they're not making this from.
No, it's no, it's beautiful too. I love the info, especially being a beer brewer myself, because we work with bricks and a hydrometer to figure out. So those are what the fermentable sugars are available before the fermenting. So when they pick the agave, so it's on a scale of 100. So if this is 27.5 bricks, that means it's 27% fermentable sugars.
Wow.
So which is pretty sweet, I would think.
That's substantial. Well, not only that, now remember, it's growing in the area of Colima, in that area. So you're picking up a lot of the volcanic, there is right between two volcanoes. And that happened in the Pleistocene age, apparently. So here's a little background on this beverage, on the agaves that gave their hearts up for this beverage, okay? Craig Reynolds, the brand owner and importer and distributor of this brand, he planted the agaves in 2006, had them harvested in 2014, worked with a tequila distillery in Jalisco to create Dos Volcanes. And on the back of every one of these, you'll see the name of the master distiller, Maestro Destilador. His name is on the label. The agavero is also listed, Diego Martinez Asensio, and the Jefe de Jimadores, which is another. This is beautiful. Yeah, this is,
I love it.
the Jefe de Jimadores is Fernando Garcia Maldonado, and the vidriero, the guy who hand blew these bottles, his name is Miguel Arturo Hernandez. Okay, everything you need to know, even the number of the bottle is right here.
Yeah, the website's pretty detailed too. I like it. You'll see these guys. You'll see the pictures of these individuals too.
Oh, no kidding! Oh, wow. It's been a while since I've been to this particular website. Yeah, this is outstanding, and there's a lot of body and character with this reposado.
Oh yeah, and we love it when they have all that info for us.
Yeah, this is the last time Alex and I saw a lot of this info is usually on mezcal labels, some more rustic mezcals, and I have to say, Alex, if this is what tequila was like, even before you and I got involved 21 years ago, wow, man, I'm telling you,
it's a beauty.
This is almost prior to old school, because you and I are familiar with the old school. When we say old school, we talk about our 20 years of experience, 10 years further back,
Yeah.
I can imagine that the characteristics of this agave and the way it reacts is similar to like areas, for instance, Guanajuato, maybe Tamaulipas. Because generally speaking, having spoken to like Germán González of Tears of Llorona, he would use agave from Tamaulipas, but also from the highlands. They would use a blend. There's no blending here, folks. Mm. Nothing.
Beautiful.
This is all volcano and from eons of
that amazing historic terroir. That's beautiful.
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, here we go again, Alex. Brand of Promise nominee and
most hands down.
Mexican agave spirit category. This Blue Weber agave, by the way, because we're We're going to define everything here, just like they did. Spectacular.
Yeah,
What
and
did
what
we get? What did we get for a price point on that?
well, for the set it was $99 for the set of these 375. So I imagine they're probably about $25-$30 each.
Yeah,
Um,
I know that there was an estimate in this particular article that was written late last year in 2020. There was an estimate of price points between I think 57 and 87, somewhere like that, which to me is a steal, and that's per bottle. That's a full, I think 750. Um, when you get a brand with this much character and still affordable, wow. But it's
yeah.
if you're familiar with highlands and lowlands, and if you're one of those folks that really digs terroir, then you're gonna dig this because you haven't tasted it yet. Okay, there's nothing there's nothing in my bar that that I've had that has it's even different from mezcal is what I'm saying. It's different from mezcal. It's not raicilla. It's not bacanora.
Oh, it's
You
its
know,
own category.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
definitely its own category.
I love it. I love it. I think y'all should just try it. But that's our take.
Here we go. I found a price.
Okay, good. Give it to me.
$54.98.
What?
And that's for, is this a 750? Hold on. And that's for a 750. I'm sorry, that's the Blanco. Forgive me.
Oh, okay. That's still not bad.
That's the Blanco. And the Reposado is $62.98.
See, you're not gonna honestly with the character that this. I used to say to Alex, there are some mezcals that are more satisfying to me at like higher ABVs. That it takes less mezcal for me to feel satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this agave spirit is in that vein that it will take less liquid, less sips and snifters to get that satisfaction that you've had enough. Does that make any sense?
It makes sense. It makes sense. Well, you know what? It just goes to the quality of the product. And let me say this, that just because it's an agave spirit, it doesn't make it inferior to tequila.
No.
Because it's made from the region of where legally it can be called tequila. So this is a premium. This is a premium spirit.
Yeah.
And what a cool way to just knock off the pants of your friends and impress them, bringing some of this and educating them on some agave spirits. Because this is just out of this world.
If they expanded the denomination origin just another 3 miles, okay, this would be considered a tequila, and probably at a much higher price point. But that's okay. You know what? That worth every penny, folks. Okay, but that's our take on Dos Volcanes agave spirit from Colima. Yes. I'm Mike Morales here in Southern California. That gentleman out there is
Alex Perez, also Southern California. You've been watching Sipping Off the Cuff. Let us know. Send us your comments on Dos Volcanes, what your take is, and maybe about some other agave spirits that you've encountered.
Yeah.
And as always, sip wisely.